Ooh, hello, hyperspace. My name is Davontos, and it's time to get hyped because this is some Call of Duty Infinite Warfare gameplay. And Infinite Warfare actually got this. These are contracts. Now, contracts actually also appeared in Call of Duty Black Ops 3, and I think they were terrific. This is actually a really good way for you to earn so much XP and so much new gear without having to worry about a lot of supply drops. And the cool thing about contracts are they actually reset every week. Some contracts are easier than others, and the rewards change every single week. Now, I know a lot of people complain about supply drops, me included, but if you don't really want to spend a lot of money or COD keys or COD points, whatever you want to call it, on supply drops, you can actually focus on the challenges. Not only will you start leveling up really quickly, and you have to work on different weapons and leveling up those weapons and so on, but you'll also get a lot of goodies out of it, and I love this. I'm so glad they added contracts here because I wasn't really too fond of Black Ops 3 the way it played out, but contracts are one of my favorite things to do in the game because actually, well, it gives you something to work towards instead of always just wanting to level up in prestige and unlock your guns, then level up in prestige and unlock some more guns. You actually had little minor challenges, and that's actually what I want to cover in this video. Call of Duty challenges. Now, Infinite Warfare has a lot of content in it, and even with the new weapons that's being added, like the Auger and that new Type 100 submachine gun, there are multiple challenges you can complete to level up really fast. This is how I always leveled up really quickly in Call of Duty. You have to try to complete the challenges. From the major challenges, you know, like trying to get your nuclear emblem from, 25 kills without dying, to even the minor challenges, like unlocking all the camos for the guns, to even the most minuscule challenges that nobody ever does, which is get certain kills with certain reticles and unlock specific reticle sites for your red dot site or your elo site and so on, because actually when you unlock those, they still give you XP to level up. And it actually it's what makes, at least to me, it's what makes Infinite Warfare very fun, because there's so much content in this game, and I failed right there. But anyway, there's so much content in this game, and basically most of it is free, at least according to the weapons. All you gotta do is complete some challenges, which means that you're always going to have new challenges aside from unlocking the weapon, but you're always going to have some new challenges with that new weapon, and it's always something to do in Infinite Warfare. And that's something I don't really see Black Ops 3. I'm not hating on Black Ops 3. Just let you know, I'm not hating on Black Ops 3. I'm just saying that's something that Black Ops 3 really should do. Now, for those of you who still play Black Ops 3, I'm pretty sure you guys would love the unlock system to be just like Infinite Warfare. Instead of you unlocking your disc launcher from supply drops, you can simply complete a challenge and have your disc launcher that way. It would be so fair, so fun, and since Black Ops 3 has a lot of supply drop weapons, you can literally get a hold of every single supply drop weapon just by completing a challenge. And I feel like if Call of Duty takes this approach, their supply drops probably wouldn't be half bad. Now, granted, there are still the variants, which are in supply drops, and some variants are a little overpowered. I'm looking at you, NV4. But, it's just something fun to do. As I said in the past, don't play Call of Duty competitively because it's all broken now and unbalanced. So, if you want to play it for fun because you just like the feel of shooter games, I highly suggest going for as many challenges as you can. And speaking of challenges, it actually got me kind of curious. I've looked into it, but I couldn't really find any answer to this. You guys remember in Black Ops 3, when you unlocked all of the costumes for all of the characters, you had the golden hero outfits that you would unlock? Is that still present in Infinite Warfare? Because I'm working on unlocking all of the heads and all the gear, but I don't really see anybody with the hero uniform, if it is present. I'm guessing it's not because I haven't seen anybody with it, and Infinite Warfare has been out for a while, so I'm guessing at least one dude has it, but I haven't found anybody. But let me know, is the hero gear still present in Infinite Warfare? And if it isn't, would you guys like to see it present in Infinite Warfare? You're gonna have your golden guns and your golden character. You'll be blinging out like a boss! And I also want to talk about score streaks. Now, this is actually very minor. With this new Infinite Warfare update, you can actually change the score streaks. Changed variants of the score streaks. You can have, let's say, like that Scarab, basically the RC car. You can have one that it has a bigger explosion, however it's not as active for as long, or you can have one that's invisible and nobody can see it, but it moves slower. So like, different variants for your score streaks. Would you like to add camos on your score streaks. It's like a little minor detail, something Call of Duty can do. I was thinking, because let's say you get a warden or a helicopter, imagine seeing like a golden helicopter flying in the sky. I mean, I know it doesn't fit the military setting, but with Call of Duty nowadays, everybody's all dancing. It doesn't even look like a military shooter anymore. It doesn't even sound, well, it sounds like a military shooter, but whatever. It's just all wacky. Call of Duty's all wacky now. So imagine like a golden warden or like a diamond RC8 unit. And it's little camos that you can complete with challenges, and let's say for example you want to use the RC8, you know, to unlock a golden RC8 you have to get, let's say, 500 kills with it. Then you unlock it in gold. Get 1,000 kills, you unlock it in diamond, and so on. Would you guys like to see that in Infinite Warfare, or maybe even future Call of Duties? Now, future Call of Duties. Oh boy. Call of Duty World War II. Now, I'm really hesitant on this Call of Duty because it's specifically because of that plaza. I covered it in the last video and I felt like that plaza is a huge opportunity for COD to start adding scams and just ripping everybody off with their supply drops. But they have to be very, very careful with this Call of Duty, because this is the very first COD that's taking place in World War II in over, what, like 10 years? And the nostalgia of this Call of Duty is immense. And a lot of fans, old school fans like myself, we are going to be very, very passionate about it. I see how huge this Call of Duty is exploding. They have posters up it on Madison Square Garden, and this Call of Duty is everywhere in the major cities and Game Informers, and man, this Call of Duty is everywhere. So I'm really hoping they take this Call of Duty to the next level and just remove any wacky, you know, goofiness that's in Black Ops 3 and Infinite Warfare. You know, don't have your World War II soldiers doing the worm up in public plazas, or maybe doing some dabs up into, you know, actual minefields while you're shooting each other. You see some dude in the corner freaking dabbing. You know, try to keep it as serious as possible, because I feel like if they add all this wackiness to this World War II Call of Duty, some people might take that as an insult, and it's just not going to flow well. Because, yeah, the new COD gamers who, you know, joined in on Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, and so on, they're fine with this, but back in the day, Call of Duty never actually had these dances, and they never had these dabs and these weird gestures. Back in the day, it was strictly a serious first-person shooter. They even toned down the cursing. Back in Call of Duty World at War, my goodness, it was like you were playing a video game that was based off of South Park. Everybody was cursing like after every 2 syllables. And the gore, really, they toned it down a lot. You think the gore in Black Ops 3 is bad. The gore in World at War was worse. You actually saw people's heads being blown off. You know, in Black Ops 3 you shoot somebody and they turn to mush, that's fine, it's just like a big pile of blood. But to literally see a man's head get blown off by a sniper, that's some intense stuff. And if they're going to add that back into Call of Duty World War II, I feel like it is a really, really intelligent move, because a lot of fans are going to be passionate about it, and judging by those graphics, they want to try to keep it as realistic as possible. So let me know what you guys think about these camos for the Infinite Warfare score streaks. How should they take an approach, and how should Call of Duty World War II play? And are you interested in Call of Duty World War II? Is that something you want to get, or are you just straight up done with Call of Duty because they failed? They've been failing COD since basically Ghosts. If you like this video, punch that like button with a mighty force. You can follow me up on Twitter at Davontos Man. And as always, I'll see all of you in the next video. Have a nice day.